With so many options, why choose Arizona State University?
For me, the only online option was ASU because of the quality. Their faculty was really involved with their students and care about your personal journey. The dedication to my personal development from my professors, that's been extremely valuable to me.
Earn your degree from the nation's most innovative university. Online. That's a degree better. Explore more than 350 plus undergraduate, graduate, and certificate programs at asuonline.asu.edu.
When we started writing our thoughts down on paper, it opened up endless possibilities. Ideas could grow beyond the borders of the mind, and it changed the world. Somewhere along the way, we lost touch with paper, distracted by devices made for every purpose except for thinking and focus. On edge, waiting for the next notification. But what if new technology didn't pull us away from paper, but brought us closer to it? Listen. That's not paper. It's the sound of the new Remarkable Paper Pro, rewriting the future. A paper tablet with a true color ink display, gentle reading light, and unheard of tactility. With digital features for taking notes, thinking, and organizing, without any distractions. Paper is about to change the world again. Get your paper tablet at remarkable.com today.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. We take the sources you share and pull out the key insights for you. Today we're looking at something that asks an intriguing question. Can real lasting life change actually happen in just 10 minutes a day? We've got these fascinating excerpts from Inteligentne, szybkie, 10 minutes. Hanenia toje chisi. Now that translates to quick wisdom, 100 life lessons you can learn in 10 minutes. And, it's not just another self-help title. It's by Dr. Shu Chen Hou, and it really positions itself as the ultimate guide to life wisdom, specifically designed for busy people like you. The whole idea seems pretty audacious, really, taking complex concepts and boiling them down to simple, practical tips you can use every single day.
Absolutely. And what I find really compelling is Dr. Hou's own background, her journey. She started out in clinical sciences, very precise, data-driven work. But then she transitioned quite deliberately, it seems, into literature, music, and entrepreneurship. And she founded Kokoshungsan Ltd. Their mission, well, as the book describes it, it's pretty far-reaching. It's about supporting personal and professional growth, financial independence through knowledge, and even actively promoting things like educational justice, social equality, sustainable development. So it's definitely presented as more than just a publishing house. They frame it as a global movement for change, which suggests a much deeper vision.
And that ambition, that promise, is really what we want to dig into today. The author assures us these lessons are short, powerful, and immediately useful, and proven to bring positive change. So our mission for this deep dive is to unpack some of these secrets. We want to explore how they're supposed to benefit you and figure out if this book really could be that faithful companion it claims to be, especially when you're short on time. Can you actually absorb and apply big ideas without feeling, totally overwhelmed? Okay, so let's get to this idea of personal transformation. Start with a core message from the book: how we relate to change. It really pushes back against that typical comfort-seeking mindset. It states pretty boldly, change isn't the enemy of comfort. It's the doorway to discovery. Well, that's more than just a nice phrase, isn't it? And a fundamental reframing, suggesting that growth actually needs us to step into uncertainty.
It absolutely does. And the book really gets at that basic human tendency to resist change, especially when our lives feel so full already. We often see change as this external thing happening to us, not an internal opportunity. Dr. Hou emphasizes that flexibility is key to personal growth. But it's not just a saying. She gives a really practical, almost sneaky approach for people with no time. Instead of some huge life makeover, she says start with tiny everyday adjustments, like, taking a different route to work, trying a new cafe, even just rearranging your computer icons. These little experiments, she argues, aren't really about the outcome itself. They're about teaching your brain a new habit, openness, like mental reps. They help you start seeing novelty not as a threat to your routine, but as a positive challenge, building resilience bit by bit. It's about fostering a mindset of constant small-scale adaptation.
That feels much more manageable, doesn't it? Especially if you feel swamped by the idea of big changes. And it connects directly to how we view challenges, right? The book uses that powerful metaphor. Strength isn't built in calm waters, but in the waves we dare to ride. So if embracing change is like riding waves, how does the book help us see those challenges, those big waves, not as threats, but as hidden opportunities.
Yeah, and that's where the book really offers practical tools. For busy people, the instinct with an obstacle is often, avoid it or just power through. Dr. Hou encourages a pause, a moment to reassess. She argues that every setback, every hurdle has a lesson embedded in it, or a chance to build a new skill. If you think about the bigger picture, she brings up that classic Thomas Edison story. After failing thousands of times with the light bulb, he said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." The book doesn't just tell the story, it gives you a framework for using that perspective daily. It reframes failure not as an end, but as a step on the ladder to success, an essential part of learning and creating. It pushes you to actively ask, okay, what new info did I get here? Or how does this force me to think differently? Maybe adapt my plan. This turns setbacks from dead ends into valuable data points, building blocks, springboards, really. It's about consciously changing that internal story, even if it's just in those 10 minutes.
Okay, this is where it gets really relevant for, well, pretty much everyone navigating modern life. Beyond just our own mindset, the book goes deep into building and nurturing relationships, which, in our super connected but sometimes isolating digital age, feels incredibly important. The book seems to really value genuine connection, even with packed schedules.
It really does. It emphasizes the huge impact of communication, saying, true communication begins where judgment ends. And that's not just about listening passively. It's about active, non-judgmental presence. For busy folks, we often multitask, right? Even during conversations. Or we jump straight to fixing things. Dr. Hou points to active listening as crucial, stressing true presence. And it's not vague advice. For those 10 minutes, she suggests things like, put the phone away, make eye contact, give your full attention. It's about showing someone through your actions that their time matters, that they matter. The book even offers specific techniques like paraphrasing what someone said to check you understood, asking open-ended questions for clarification, approaching talks with empathy, not just an agenda. This kind of attention builds trust fast. It makes people feel genuinely heard, vital everywhere, personal or professional.
So it's way more than just processing the words. It's about tuning into the feelings, the intentions behind them. The book mentions nonverbal communication too. It says over half our message isn't words at all. It's gestures, expressions, tone of voice. That's critical for busy people maybe relying on quick texts or emails. Because if your body language clashes with your words, people sense that mismatch. It can really undermine trust, kind of silently.
Exactly. The book really drives home that our bodies, our voices, they're always communicating, even when we're silent. For instance, rushing through a chat with a clenched jaw, even if your words are nice, it sends a signal of stress or maybe lack of interest. The book guides you to become more aware of your own nonverbals and also better at reading others, even in quick interactions. It's not about becoming a body language expert overnight. It's more about consciously aligning what you say with how you say it. And building on that, the book champions open communication for deeper understanding. It advises sharing your feelings, needs, intentions directly, avoiding assumptions. Even when it feels a bit brave, like instead of just stewing over something a colleague said, the book might suggest saying calmly, hey, I felt a bit hurt by that comment. Could you help me understand what you meant? That opens a door for clarity, builds a stronger connection, prevents resentment from building up. So many issues come from unspoken stuff, right? Open talk, even in short bursts, closes those gaps. And it also reminds us that friendship strength lies not in quantity, but in quality. It advocates investing deeply in a few key relationships rather than spreading yourself thin over hundreds of superficial ones. Real connection, real satisfaction, even for the busiest people, comes from depth, not just numbers.
Okay, so let's bring it back to you, the listener, and that big question. Can 10 minutes a day really spark transformation? This book isn't just theory. It's explicitly designed for immediate application of wisdom. It's about taking those 100 secrets and actually weaving them into habits, minute by minute, day by day. It really focuses on bridging that gap between knowing something and doing something about it, which for busy people, that's often the hardest part.
It is the ultimate bridge, isn't it? The book really hammers this point. True wisdom applying knowledge in life. That's the link between understanding a concept, like exercise being good, and actually consistently getting out there and doing it. That daily, systematic effort is what the book labels perseverance. It acknowledges that, yeah, inspiration feels great, but real, lasting change, that only sticks when insights turn into consistent practice. Even if it's just for 10 minutes, it puts it nicely. Wisdom is a journey, not a destination. Every lesson is a step forward, reinforcing that every small, consistent action adds up over time. For someone juggling a lot, this means breaking down big goals into small, daily, doable steps.
And this journey of small, consistent steps, it's backed up by other key habits mentioned in the book, like continuous learning. The book champions this because, as it says quite beautifully, knowledge fades, but the curiosity to learn ignites new beginnings. For any busy professional today, staying curious, staying adaptable, it's not just a bonus, it's essential. The book explains that keeping your mind sharp, actively seeking out diverse information, even teaching others what you learn, all these things build mental resilience. They sharpen your ability to navigate a world that's always changing. It's about actively making time to feed your brain and stay flexible.
And another crucial habit, one that's so easily skipped when we're rushing, is daily reflection. The book suggests just a few minutes each day, maybe with a gratitude journal, maybe just sitting quietly, reviewing your thoughts, your actions. It's not just about feeling thankful, though that's part of it. It's a deliberate practice of self-awareness, understanding why you reacted a certain way, celebrating small victories, and importantly, spotting areas where you want to grow. It acts like a compass, helping you align your daily choices with what actually matters to you. This daily check-in helps shift you from being just constantly busy, always reacting, to being consciously acting, making intentional moves rather than just putting out fires. The simplicity of these methods, done consistently, that's what's designed to create significant, lasting change. It's the compound effect of all those small, deliberate actions.
So there you have it. That's our deep dive into Inteligentne, szybkie, 100 sekretów, or WW 10 minutes, zmienią, Twoje, or Quick Wisdom, 100 life lessons you can learn in 10 minutes by Dr. Shu Chen Hou. It really seems to deliver on that promise of concise, actionable wisdom, especially for busy people, guiding you towards, well, personal growth, better relationships, and a more resilient way of thinking.
It really does manage to condense some big ideas into practical, bite-sized lessons. Makes diving into self-improvement feel accessible, manageable, even if your schedule is totally packed. And Dr. Hou's background, moving from science to arts and entrepreneurship, plus that mission of Kokoshungsan Ltd., it does suggest a genuine commitment behind it, empowering people through knowledge, not just, selling another book.
Yeah, based on our look today, we definitely recommend this book. Strongly, actually. If you're searching for a way to absorb valuable insights quickly, thoroughly, and actually integrate them into your daily life without feeling overwhelmed, this seems like a fantastic resource. It's short, it's powerful, and it's really focused on that immediate application. Seems ideal for busy individuals looking for ongoing personal growth.
Absolutely. And ultimately, that final lesson the book leaves us with, the one that really stuck with me, it reminds us that true wisdom is the application of knowledge. It's all about taking what you learn and actively using it, shaping your life with it, minute by minute, day by day. Which leads to a really important question for you listening right now. What's the one piece of wisdom from this deep dive that you will actively apply in your life, starting today? What will kick off your own 10-minute journey of transformation?